If you've been comparing mountain towns and Park City, Utah keeps coming up in your research, I get it. Park City is absolutely stunning. It has some serious skiing. It has a historic main street, incredible restaurants, and it hosted the Olympics some years back. But Crested Butte and Park City are very different experiences, and depending on what you're actually looking for, one of them is going to fit your life a whole lot better than the other. So today I'm breaking down exactly what makes these two towns different across skiing, lifestyle, real estate, accessibility, and the overall vibe. And stick around to the very end because I'm going to tell you which type of buyer that I think will end up being happiest at each place. I'm Heather Woodward with Living in Crested Butte, and I've been in this valley since 2003 and in real estate for over 20 years now. So when I talk about Crested Butte, I am talking about a place that I know in a way that goes well beyond what any research is going to tell you online. All right, so number one is location and getting there. So Park City sits 30 minutes from Salt Lake City, and that's a massive advantage for anyone flying into Salt Lake City International, which is a major hub for direct flights from almost anywhere in the United States. It also means that Park City has a much larger feeder market. That population density affects everything from tourism to real estate to demand to crowd levels. It is all of it. Crested Butte is much different. We are tucked in our own valley at almost 9,000 feet. The Gunnison Crested Butte Regional Airport is genuinely convenient once you're here. But flights are also limited then versus like a major hub like Salt Lake City. And driving from Denver is about 4 to 4.5 hours depending on the weather and traffic. That distance is a filter. Not everyone makes that drive, and a lot of people who live here will tell you that that's part of the appeal of this valley. All right, the overall vibe. This is where the two towns are really different. Park City feels very polished. It is a resort town in the truest sense. World-class amenities, luxury real estate, and a main street that does $1 billion in restaurant and retail revenue, and the kind of infrastructure that you would expect from a place that hosted the 2002 Winter Olympics. It is also close enough to Salt Lake that a lot of residents do commute. It has a different type of energy than truly a remote mountain town like Crested Butte. Crested Butte is very quirky, colorful, and unapologetically itself. The painted Victorian houses, the single main street, the way people here show up to dinner in their ski boots, and nobody thinks twice about it. There is a local identity here that is fiercely protected, and it creates a sense of community that you don't find in a lot of mountain towns anymore. Park City is like a luxury resort that happens to have residents. Crested Butte feels like a real town that also has a ski mountain. All right, so speaking of skiing, if you're here for this section, Park City Mountain Resort combined with the canyons is one of the largest ski resorts in the country. There's more acreage, more lifts, more variety. It is in the Vail Resorts family, so if you already have an Epic Pass, you can ski easily in Park City without paying for a lift ticket. Deer Valley is also right there. That is one of the most refined ski experiences in America for those who love groomed terrain and exceptional service. Crested Butte Mountain Resort is smaller in scale, but what it has is reputation. You have the North Face, you have the Head Wall, you have Rambo. These are the runs and the kind of terrain that serious skiers seek out. Crested Butte has some of the most technical and legit expert skiing in all of Colorado. And the mountain never feels overcrowded because we're here far enough out that you are committed to making the drive and the trip to get here. There's plenty of intermediate terrain as well, but if you're a skier who cares about having an authentic, non-corporate mountain experience, Crested Butte is going to be really hard to beat. All right, so what is summer like in these mountain towns? Both are genuinely spectacular, but they're different experiences and different overall vibes. Park City is gonna be a bigger scene, well developed. It's gonna have incredible hiking and biking. You're gonna have Utah Olympic Park there. You're gonna have great food, great music, and easy access to everything Salt Lake City metro area has to offer. Crested Butte in the summer is one of those places people come back to every single year and can't explain why. We are called the wildflower capital of Colorado for a reason. In July, the valley looks like something out of a painting. The mountain biking is world class. Crested Butte, as you know, is legendary for being the birthplace for mountain biking. The fishing, the hiking, the festivals, the music, it is all here. And because we're more remote, summer is gonna feel a little bit quieter and more of a genuine local feel than what you would find in a town like Park City. All right, so let's talk about real estate. Park City's real estate is expensive, like very expensive. Proximity to Salt Lake City drives an enormous demand, and that luxury market is very well established. You're competing for inventory with a much larger buyer pool. Crested Butte is also expensive, but let's be clear about that. The price per square foot is still a value compared to Park City for what you are getting. The bigger difference is inventory. Crested Butte is surrounded by a lot of public lands, so there is a hard ceiling on how much you can develop here. And that limited supply keeps values super strong, and it makes what is already existing here genuinely scarce. So think downtown historic properties in Crested Butte. There's also a distinct split in Crested Butte downtown versus Mount Crested Butte. The two have very different feels, very different price points, and two very different buyer profiles. That surprises a lot of people who haven't been here. All right, so what are short-term rentals like, and what are investments like in both towns? So both are very strong STR markets, but they work very differently. Park City has a massive tourism infrastructure. The short-term rental market is competitive and it's well managed, and it has a lot of inventory. You're gonna have higher revenue ceilings in some cases, but more competition and higher carrying costs. So Crested Butte does have a short-term rental benefit from the scarcity part of the market and the loyalty of repeat visitors. People who find Crested Butte tend to come back year after year after year. The off-season is also very real and it exists, but ski season and peak summer production bring in strong numbers, and inventory limitations keep that demand pretty healthy. All right, so as promised, which town is best for which buyer? Here's my honest take. Park City is a great fit for buyers who fly frequently and they need easy airport access. People who want a polished resort with very high-end amenities. Buyers who also want a very large ski resort with lots of acreage and lots of varieties. Families who want easy access to major metro areas. Now, Crested Butte is gonna be a great fit for buyers who want a true, authentic mountain town, not a resort town. Outdoor enthusiasts who also want less crowds and more access, and buyers who value community and character over infrastructure. People who don't mind trading convenience for something that feels genuinely different. It's also for people who choose Crested Butte who aren't usually choosing it because it's the easiest option. They choose it because the moment they drive in, something clicks and they know this is the place to be. Hopefully this gave you a real sense of the differences between Crested Butte and Park City, Utah. They are both beautiful, but they're gonna have completely different vibes and completely different buyers. And if you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in the Crested Butte or Gunnison Valley, I would love to talk. You can call, text, or email me. You can even set up a Zoom appointment if you like. All of my contact information is in the description below. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. I put out new videos every week about the market, neighborhoods, and life in the Gunnison Valley. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so it looks like you're making a move to Crested Butte or Gunnison, Colorado, and you're trying to decide which video to watch. You could watch this one, or you could watch this one, or you could watch both because they're both really going to help you out and they're both really good. But go ahead, just pick one.